John Moran here. I am the CEO of Keller Williams Realty's At the Beach team, headquartered in Destin, Florida, and now operating in Orange Beach, Alabama.
Woohoo!
Look at us, huh? Look at us. And we also serve the Panama City Beach Market, 30A, South Walton County, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the way to, I guess, Fort Walton Beach, Okaloosa Island, Crestview, and Fort Walton Beach. And where else? Where else? Navarre, of course. Navarre and Navarre Island. So we're covering the all of the Emerald Coast, and now we're going to be over in Orange Beach, Alabama, which is very, very cool. So as we get started today, and in just a little bit, we're going to be talking to one of our newer agents, Alyssa Barnett, superstar in the making. Very cool. We'll see what her story is. Before we do that, though, let's get a quick look at what's going on in our market this week. I'm going to run some numbers at y'all, all right? And you react and tell me what you think. I was looking at year over year for February, okay, because we're just coming out of February. Destin homes for sale. Let's just start there. What do you think is going on with Destin homes for sale?
It's tight.
It's tight. It's really tight right now, right? Their properties are coming on the market. Doesn't seem like there's anything for sale in the ones that are selling quickly. But let's take a look at what the numbers say. I pulled the year over year numbers, right? February 2021 versus February 2022. Destin homes sold, number of down 11.5%. Not as many homes are selling. And the reason why? What could be the reason why?
No inventory?
No inventory. Well, you know what? There's a competing thought. People saying, well, there is plenty of inventory, but it's selling really fast. So it seems like there's no inventory. But the numbers tell us, you're right, Katie. The inventory is down. New listings are down 12.1%. There's not as much to buy.
Yeah.
If there's not much to buy, there's not as much to sell, right? And it all kind of goes together. Okay. Here's something though. List prices and sales prices are up. The median sales price in Destin for a house year over year, up 16.9%. It's a pretty healthy jump.
Yeah.
But you know what's even more healthy? The list price.
Yes.
38.1% on houses in Destin. And you look at 30A, crazy town. Number of solds down year over year, 11.1%. Median sales price up, of course, 13.7. New listings, again, down 33.9%. You have a third fewer properties for sale this year than you had last year. That's tight. The list price up 47.66%. That's crazy.
Yeah. And we know we have buyers because Carolyn's always saying, I got 8 buyers ready to go, and there's just nothing out there.
It is crazy. But you know what? We're doing business. We have, I think, 86 closed or pending for the year already.
Yes. And we're in March.
You were in March, right? We're up front. The crowd's following us. The buyers and the sellers are coming to us. We're getting it done. You guys are doing great. Condos. Let's take a quick look at condos. Condos in Destin, all right? Numbers say 14.6% down. Number of sales in February year over year. Not as many are selling. However, the median sales price is up 31%, almost a third more expensive. So those that are selling are making bank.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of equity.
Right. A lot of equity. Number of listings. This is interesting. Exactly the same. It's flat. 164 last year new listed in February. 164 this year. Interesting, huh? But the median list price is up almost 40%. The people that are coming on are asking a lot more money for their properties. That's bad news for buyers, right? Panama City, I just pulled the condos real quick. Didn't pull the houses this week, but condos. This is interesting over in Panama City because the number of condos for sale or that sold last month, February versus February, more this year in 2022, up 14.6%. So that's goes against what's happening in Destin and 30A. The number of new listings up 6%. So those are up. That goes against what goes on in Destin.
But of course, Panama City is kind of growing. More and more people are going there.
It is.
Yeah.
They have a lot of development going on over there right now as
the
well.
West End PCB is growing like crazy right now.
Pretty amazing. Not only is that growing, the list price is growing up 98.8% this year.
God.
So if you didn't buy last year, you're going to jump in this year. Yikes.
Yeah,
right?
Get ready.
Be prepared.
Then the question is, what's it going to be next year? Who knows, right? Who knows? Here's what we do know, though. The inventory in Panama City is good. Not so good over in the rest of the panhandle. And usually what happens when supply goes down and demand goes up, we have demand right now, prices go up, and we're seeing that. Can it hold on? Ukraine, problematic. Who knows what happens there, right? Weird. Price of money. It's going up, right? The Fed's saying they're going to increase prices. Cost of money goes up. That's going to make it harder for buyers to buy, and affordability is going to go down. So we'll have to see how those two forces, right? They can start duking it out. But that's what's going on. And here, what do we do? What do we say? What do we say, Katie? What's our
If you're a long-term owner, it's 5 years or longer, ride it out.
Ride it out.
If you're 5 years or shorter, sell now. Now's
Sell,
the best time to sell.
Yep. Mitigate the risk. Sell now. Take advantage of what we know. We know what the prices are today. We know what the demand is today. We know what the inventory is today. Mitigate your risk. Absolutely right. A+ for Katie.
Thank you.
All right. So if you are out there and you have any interest in buying or selling, give us a call. We're getting it done. I'm sure we can get it done for you. So there you go. That's that part. Let's bust into Alyssa Barnett, future superstar.
Oh, yeah.
Future. Maybe she's a superstar right now, right?
Yeah.
She is.
All right. So Alyssa Barnett, how are you?
I'm good. Glad to be here.
Yes, we are glad you're here as well. So Alyssa, quick background. Where are you from? What's your story?
Yeah. A little bit about me. So I'm actually originally from Northern California. Born and raised my whole life. Lived here in the Panhandle for about 4 years almost now. Background, I was a retail sales store manager. Had background in that.
Hold on. What's with the retail store managers? Courtney was a retail store manager.
Yeah, she was. Oh my God, that is
and she moved here from California. So
I know. So I think I followed Courtney. Maybe we're like long lost sisters or something.
Maybe.
Word.
Yeah. So just a little bit about me. I've been in sales, I think for the past 8-10 years, probably going on. That's just a little bit about me. And I think I got into real estate because I think it was something I knew I was good at sales. And I was like, I think I'd really like this. Let me try it.
All right, hold on. You're sitting there around at the bar with your friends? This retail thing's really cool, but real estate might be my jam. How does this work? How do you get to that?
Yeah, well, no, so actually, I went to college for a different degree too. So I was either going to jump into my degree, what I got my degree in.
Rocket science?
Right. No, I actually got my degree in criminal justice, right?
Same thing.
Same. But actually, I was leaning towards when I got my opportunity to be a retail store manager, I was either going to go back to school and get my master's or go back and be an attorney. So that was kind of my thing. And then when I kind of got derailed a little bit on being a retail store manager, I just realized I was good at sales and I loved helping people and connecting people and leading people towards the same goal. And I realized that was one of my strong assets. And then when I was just doing my retail store manager, I was like, hey, I'm really good at this and I like what I do, but I want to excel more and do better. And I knew this was never my forever dream. So I said, let's try something new.
But how do you get to real estate? I mean, were you watching Listing New York or wherever those shows are?
A girlfriend did it or something,
right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, the previous store manager at my store before, she's so local here. And I was talking with her about things and she was like, dude, you should do real estate. You'll do great. You already excel at this. You will be a great fit.
I like this. Let's talk about this a little bit because I think we want people to join our team that don't have their license yet. We want them to get their license, come with us, learn our system and go for that. So somebody's sitting around kicking, maybe I should get my license, maybe not. Katie's husband, Martin, just got his license. Katie, how did he get to, was he just like, oh, those guys are making a ton of money, I should get my license?
Yeah, I think it was just me coming home every day for 6 years talking about at the beach team. And he's finally like, I've been in sales. Yeah. I can do this. Let me try it. And I was like, absolutely.
Right.
Come hang out with us.
Chris, my wife, was a buyer agent making more money than I was. And I was running around like, hold on, sister, I got this.
Yeah.
I'm going to go do that. So how do you're doing retail. You're talking to a friend who was in real estate?
Yeah. No. So my friend, she's still in real estate too, but actually she had managed that store previous to me as well. Right. And I think her and I are very similar individuals. Like, we were very great at our job, and not that we didn't like what we did, but we had to invest a lot of our time and our effort in, which I'm okay with that. But I think on what we were seeing for our results and our return, we weren't necessarily, I would say, recouping all the benefits, right? You definitely like monetary wise, but I was like, hey, I'm grinding, but when you're not necessarily, I guess, getting to a point where you're seeing
retail's
your success,
notorious for not paying very much.
Basically,
so what did your friend just say? You know what? It pays a lot?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think she said whatever you're doing now, you can make double what you're making now, and you can control your own schedule in your life.
Doing real estate,
right? So you can have all the time you want off, you can, as long as you balance it with your work, or the schedule you really want to have, you will work and live your life and double your income.
All right, so was that story true?
Yeah.
It was. So have
Who
you
doesn't want that?
Real life, right? I'm like, where do I sign up, right? And I was just, I thought about it, and I said, you know what? Why don't I do that?
So you go in and you say, all right, where do I get, I've had a license forever. How do you get a license? Walk me through this. What happened?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things. So obviously with the state of Florida, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to apply through the state and the Department of...
Well, you Google this? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
So you kind of just Google online, what are my steps, that I'm going to have to apply. So basically you have to apply through the state. DBPR runs it. You got to apply through the state. You got to get fingerprinted. And then you have to take a pre-licensing course. I think it's about 63 hours.
Okay,
Don't quote me. I did it about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But I think it's about 63 hours. You pay to take your course. You take your practice course. You can either do it online or some
Hold
places.
on.
Yeah.
Keller Williams offers that, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
Keller
can do
Williams
it through the office.
just
Isn't
did
that what Martin did?
That's exactly what Martin did.
Yeah.
And they were doing a promo. I think they're going to keep doing
Good.
it. Where
They should.
they paid for his classes and his schooling and stuff. So that
Which
helped
is good.
a lot.
So how do you start? What do you call the office or something? If somebody's looking at this, how do they get to start?
It was a lot of at the beach team helping us all.
Yeah.
Like, I came to you, asked you some questions, which was great. So now we kind of know the process.
Yeah.
But it was just like what Alyssa said. We kind of helped each other, and it was just getting your schooling, which we did that through KW.
Yeah.
They had the promo, and then taking your practice test, and then scheduling it at a testing center, and then it's like then and there.
Yeah, it's not a long process.
Okay.
I think the biggest thing that just takes your most time, I would say, is obviously
studying.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the thing. If somebody is looking at this and they're thinking, you know what, I want to get into real estate, I'm going to go sign up for the class. Let's have them call Katie.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Call at the beach team. And
we'll
help.
Yeah.
We'll get you set up.
Yeah, I lived through the steps because of Martin, so now I definitely know. So
we'll make it easy on you. If you're thinking about it, call us. We'll make it easy on you.
We will walk you through it. Absolutely.
It's not as overwhelming as you think it is to get it. It's not a bad process.
Perfect. The number will be in the show notes here. Fair?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. So, all right. So, Alyssa, you say you're going to be a realtor.
Yeah.
You're making twice as much as you did in the retail world.
Yeah.
You didn't, like most of our people, Katie, we want them to start with us, but Alyssa slid in. She had like 3 or 4 or 5 months on it, not with us.
Yeah.
What was your path?
To get with you guys or just in general?
Yeah. When you first got your license, I'm ready to go. You weren't on our team.
I wasn't, no.
What were you doing?
So I was a single agent with Keller Williams itself, and they had a couple of training groups in that I was with, and I think it was just what I was doing is just it was learning the business. So everything we did there, I think with us is more of obviously a structured, accelerated pace. But on your own, it was just a matter of learning everything too. Like, first off, how do you talk to people about real estate, right? How do you ask for business? How do you go on listing appointments? How do you help buyers? How do you write contracts? So you're doing all that and learning that all on your own.
It's really something. I asked Alexis Conrad, another new agent, if you weren't on a team, can you imagine what this would it be like? I can't. Right? And I'm in agreement because we work hard at putting up rails so you don't go in the gutter that you can throw strikes and all that stuff. So why did you end up joining our team? I know I kind of pulled you in, right? You'll be our buyer agent, lady. Come over here.
Yeah.
And you were our buyer's agent. Are you a buyer agent now?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Because I would say, well, if you have more listings, you control the market, right? You have a little bit more time over your schedule. And typically, I would say with obviously where the market is now, there's a lot more buyers than there are listings, right? So if you have your listings, you typically have a better handle on the market.
So listing agents.
Yeah.
Martin's a listing agent, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So listing agents generally, do they work nights and weekends and holidays?
Yes.
No, they don't.
Not as much. So not as much, I would say.
Yeah, because
You
I was
might
a
have
listing
a
agent for
phone
years.
call here.
Yeah, maybe a phone call in there.
Does that count?
I would say you probably have business servicing on your weekends, right? Like, okay, someone wants to look at your listings. Okay, let me coordinate.
Maybe
but it's
something
not
like that.
necessarily like, I literally had that this weekend. I'm out to dinner with my girlfriends, having wine, having a good time, putting together a contract.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, little things like that. And I'm like,
A buyer agent is working nights, weekends, and holidays.
On the
Yes.
buyer's schedule.
Yeah, on the buyer's
schedule. When is your buyer available? That's when you work.
Nightmare. You have no control over
You
what's going on.
don't. Yeah.
So on our team, we say buyers agents work with buyers, listing agents work with listing agents, admin.
Yeah.
Okay. And we believe that listings are the thing, right? If you own the listings, everybody's your buyer agent,
Yeah.
right? And let them work nights, weekends, and holidays. They can call you when you're out with your girlfriends having wine,
Yeah.
right? That's a better way to go. Would you agree?
Yes.
And it's working for you?
Yes.
Nice. So you came in first year. Did you hit your goal?
Yes.
Okay. And you earned 6-figure income?
Yes.
Nice. You weren't getting that in retail?
Nope.
What?
I know.
Ah, but now you got a new goal, correct?
Yes.
And that's to make even more money. Is that fair?
Yeah. This year I said, let's double it.
Okay. And so are you on track? You feeling good about what you're doing?
Yeah, I am. So I have a goal this year, obviously income and transaction wise. And I think I was actually running my numbers, and I think where I'm at this quarter, I'll be hitting my income already for my quarter. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm on track.
And you've been with us how long?
So I've been on the team for over a year now, and then I'll be buying real estate. I'll be hitting
Look at the newbie. Oh, I've been here for over a year now.
And she's over a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A year. I'm like, okay, that's like just getting started.
Yeah, I know. And then Katie's. Well, I mean, I've been in real estate almost 2 years,
Yeah.
right? But I've been on the team for a year.
Yeah. And you're doing great. I watch what you're doing, and you're working the system, and you're doing the stuff, and I have all the confidence you're going to hit your numbers. Tell me, Alyssa, what is it about the team that works for you?
So a lot of things. I think what I really like about the team is I think we're a really well-oiled machine in a sense where we have very good, systems in place. I think that's the number one thing. I think is being organized and having a system to follow, I think is really important to help me be successful at my job, right? Like our admin, they work on their admin, listings work on their listings, buyer agents help the buyers, right? So I think it really helps us be really good at one niche and focus on it. Another really one most important thing I think is also just the wealth of knowledge that we get from you, John, being on the team, but also being able to get with the other agents on our teams. Like we all have our own different goals, but you can tell we all work together to help each other and to help each other hit our goals. Because we know if I know Gil's hitting his goal, we as a goal are going to hit
it matters,
team.
Right?
As a team. Yeah, I want Gil, we all still talk with each other and we know what's going on in our lives, but we all want each other to hit all our goals, personally and professionally, just so we can also hit our goals as a team, too.
Yeah, it pushes all of us.
We all push each other, yeah, you know what I mean? We're all, we all work together as a team. We're also all very competitive in a sense, which is good. We all want to lift each other up to get better, I would say.
And we need it, because if we're all good, the worst person on us is really good, that makes a team.
Exactly. And I think it's also one of those things too, I think, you want to see your teammates succeed. You know what I mean? Like if you see someone down, you want to be like, hey, how can I help you? Where are you at?
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Is it kind of oppressive type of thing? Like, hey, get working or else?
No, it's really motivating. I think it's in a sense, you know what I mean? I think some days, I think what you really hit on us, John, which is very smart, and I think is just being very consistent every day, because the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it and the easier it's going to be, right? You'll learn different things along the way, like, wow, hey, I've never been asked that before. I don't know that answer. Let me get back to you, right? And then you're like, hey, I learned something new. But I think it's just a matter of, the more you do it, the more natural and fluid it is.
Got it.
So I think the more consistent you are, the more you'll see your success come in.
So if somebody's watching this and what you're doing, they see, okay, Alyssa, she's making 6 figures. She's going to double her income in her second year. She's rolling.
Yeah.
Would you recommend they come on a team or what would you say? Is it for everyone?
Well, I mean, what I would say is I think I would recommend a team, especially if you're just coming on, because you will definitely learn so much and it really helps you navigate everything. But what I would say is, I mean, I think it just depends on the person. Some people don't work well in team environments. You know what I mean? And some people, sometimes some people don't do well in teams, or they know, like, okay, let's say I got a lot of life going on, my kids, their schedule, I only want to do this part-time or do whatever. I want to work these times, you know, that may not make sense for you, you know? So I think it's just a matter of what are your goals and what do you want to do? And first off, are you willing to invest the time to do that? And then I would say a team's a good fit for you, right? Yeah. I mean, we all could say, hey, I want to make $1 million a year. But if you're like, oh, I only want to work 2 days a week and I'm not going to do this and not going to do this, and may or may not work out, right? You know, so I think it's just a matter of what are your goals and are you going to show up every day to get that done? Yeah.
And you do show up every day.
I do.
Right? We all do.
It's a job. I mean, think about it. Like any other job I know is real estate, I think for me. So, because this was me, you know, I've been in sales before and I also had to, you know, manage people, fire people, hire people. And I just always try to teach my team, you know, good work ethic. But I always said, you know, hey, at the end of the day, this is a job.
Yeah.
I know with real estate, it's a little bit different. I mean, think about it. We get paid in what? 2 weeks, a month, 45 days out, right? So necessarily you don't see the money every day, but you got to calculate it like that. Like any other job, if you don't show up, do you have a job?
Right.
No.
If you don't show up to work, do you get paid? No.
And if you don't show up, you just short yourself.
Exactly.
You're shorting yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think for me, I think that's the most important thing is I still keep those mindsets of you got to work hard and be consistent. But I think the easiest thing you know, to be successful is just to show up. And then the second part is just do the work. Okay.
Love that. Love that. Right. And we're very structured. We show up at the same time every day.
Yep.
We basically do the same tasks every day.
Yep.
Talk to different people, negotiate different deals, but it's the same thing mostly, right?
Yeah.
So if you can get comfortable with that sameness.
Yeah.
And wear like a great pair of shoes or whatever, it's awesome. Right?
And follow the systems that we have in place.
Yeah.
And then you start making a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Our folks make a lot of money. You're just starting to figure it out. You're just getting started. I know you've been here a year, but you're just getting started. Wait till you hit that 3, 5, and longer time.
Yeah.
You're going to make some real big money. And from there, what we want to do is start building wealth. We want to use the income that you're making.
Yeah.
And I think you're starting to get that, right? I think you upgraded your wheels. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. So I got a lot of, you know, goals. You know, I think it's always important, I think, in life, I think to have a personal and professional life balance, but I think to challenge yourself, but also, you know what I mean? Because I think if you're not happy in your personal life or working towards goals in your personal life, sometimes it's going to have a hard time and effect on your professional life. You know, so I think you have to have both of a balance. So I just got a new car.
Yeah,
that was my goal this year too. I needed a new car and it was about time.
And what's next? What's next?
So, and then I'm buying a house this year too.
Hey, now we're talking.
Yeah. So working towards a lot of goals for myself too. And then, you know, hitting my own personal stepping stones on where I want to be at. Mm-hmm. And then my next goal is then obviously then I'm going to start investing and getting investment properties as well too.
Okay. So I know you're a young gal. Are you younger than 30, for instance?
Yeah. I'm going to be 27 this year.
So 27.
Yeah.
You're going to, at the end of this year, you're going to own your first house.
Yep.
And then in a couple years or whatever, you're going to have your first investment property.
Yep.
And when you're 10 years in and, oh my God, you're 37 years old or 20 years younger than I am now, you're going to have this massive foundation to build this huge life.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think, you know, I mean, I know I'm younger, but I think my goal, with always if I had is like, you know, like, age is important, but I think it's just a matter of having your mindset and getting your goals in place, right? You know what I mean? I want to set myself up in my future to where, you know, I could say, hey, I know I grinded in my early 20s or I did this in my early 20s, but I'm glad I did that or what I did there because that set me up to where I am now.
Absolutely.
And you and Martin are doing the exact same thing.
Same thing. We're just a few years older. But yeah.
So this is interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I've been here a while. John Skinner came here, single man, renting, got married, bought a house, doing all that stuff. Houses, cars, where he's crushing, right? Courtney, single gal, got here, right? All her story. Renting, bought a house, got married, kids, living big dream, right? Gil started out renting, owns his own house now, just got a new car. He's looking at investment property. Katie and Martin, came here, a couple young kids with the dream.
We're still kids.
Got married. We're renting. You are no longer renting. You own the house you were renting,
right.
and you are now looking for your first investment property, right? So cool. Everybody, Jakubik, who just left our team, he moved up to North Carolina, but same thing. Started out renting, bought his place, got married, was living the dream. It's what we do here. It's we're using real estate to earn the income and the money required to start building our wealth through these primary residences, these investment properties, and ultimately become multi-millionaires, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. So you start rolling, you're 27 years old, you're getting this thing going, you're going to buy out your houses, you're going to start building this passive income stream, all that stuff. Awesome. Do you plan on going into a management, mentoring, teaching and all that? Or are you just going to be your own thing and just keep going that way, the way Rachel does? Or have you got any thoughts on that?
Like in terms of real estate, like where I see my career going?
Yeah.
That's a great question. You know, I know I'm kind of still, you know, I'm just barely going to be hitting my second year in real estate completely. So I think, you know, I think it really just depends. I mean, I think I love doing sales and where I'm at, but I also could see myself developing in the future of, you know, hey, am I still going to maybe want to do, like, let's say mentoring wise, have people under me, you know, still do real estate sales and train and mentor? Or, you know, maybe do I want to, you know, do property management one day, have my own company, you know, stuff like that. So I think, I think I foresee myself doing still real estate sales. I would say probably 5 years and plus more, I would say. But then I think I could see it subdividing kind of how you're saying with, okay, do I still do real estate sales but have people under me, right? Mentoring
Katie.
and leading.
Yeah.
She's a little bit of a teacher, is she not?
Yes.
She's got it in her and just comes out. She can't stop
Well,
it.
just
like
she said
it's
at
still
retail,
coming.
That's what I had to do.
That's what you do.
So I had to manage people. So I think I've been comfortable in that role, and I love seeing others succeed and helping them get there.
That's right.
You know, because I mean, that was my job, you know. So I always used to tell my team, I'd say, you know, hey, what I teach you, like, we're all successful together as a team,
Right.
but it's like, it's not just each of us. Like, you know what I mean? I can't be really good at my job and have you not be really good at your job, right? Because we don't balance each other out, right? So I used to tell my team, you know, I said, hey, like, our biggest thing with my team was customer service and experience, right? And I'd say, you know, hey, we all strive to be the same. And I didn't say that in a negative way, but I was like, you know, hey, if we're helping people, it shouldn't be if I help them, if you help them, they should all get the same great experience, right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
So you can roll that over into real estate as well. You know what I mean? Hey, our job is at the beach team.
Except the price tag's bigger.
Right, exactly. Love that. Can go shopping more. More shoes.
But here's my point about it. We have it set up where somebody can come in like yourself.
Yeah.
Make a ton of money and just be your own thing, you know,
Exactly.
make your money.
Yeah.
However, we also have a program where you can come up and then you can start mentoring and managing, which is where Courtney's starting to go in as we enter over into Orange Beach. She's gonna be managing people there and mentoring and teaching and training them.
Yeah.
And I think Martin's on that path or with our theory is there. So it's kind of cool that we're able to do that. And I'm really proud that we have that set up. And as we start to expand out into other beach communities across the country, that's what we're going to do. So Alyssa, I can't even tell you how pumped up I am that you're a part of our group.
I'm so happy.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. And to see what you're going to do is just super, super gratifying to me and exciting. So thank you for being on our team. Appreciate it. Hey, here's the other thing, right? If you're thinking about getting into real estate, do it.
Absolutely.
Just do it. Whether you join our team or any team or no team, do it. If you're curious about teams, you'd like to talk to us, we'll be more than happy to talk to you. Call Katie about how to start or get your license if you want to. Check out the show notes for the contact information for that. But other than that, Katie, anything to add?
I agree. Yeah. If you're just thinking about it or want more information, you know, call us or whatever. I'm happy to talk to you guys and give you some more information and see if it is a path for you. But I do love, like what John said too, that there's two paths with at the beach team.
Yeah.
Either you can be an agent on our team or you can do our mentor program that we're starting as well. It's pretty cool that we have these two options. But
just to be clear though, you can't become a mentor unless you crush as an individual agent, because our teachers have to know and have
you have to have the knowledge first.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So you start. Everybody
you can't teach what you don't know.
Everybody starts at A1 and then work
A1?
their way up.
Yeah.
So that's the way it goes.
A1.
Any last words, Alyssa?
No, I think just to kind of hit on, you know, like how you said, if you're thinking about it, I think sometimes you just got to take the plunge and do it. But I think some advice I would say is be humble and hungry, be willing to work, and also be willing to learn.
Boom.
Love that.
Boom. Done. There you go.
Mic drop. Be humble and hungry.
Yeah. I'm going to put that in a song.
Alyssa, that was great.
I wasn't even prepared for